Very good evening, dear friends. अगर आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं, if you are able to hear me, give me a thumbs up in the chat box. Quickly give me a thumbs up in the chat box if you are able to hear me. Very good evening to all of you. It's really great to connect with you guys today. So Karnataka Assistant Professor Examination is going to be conducted really soon. We have a few days remaining. So we have to practice really hard for this exam. Okay, great. So very good evening to all of you. So today what we are going to do, we are going to discuss some of the MCQs, and these MCQs are going to be based on the extra topics that we have in the KEA Assistant Professor syllabus, which are not there in the KSET or UGC Net syllabus. UGC Net aspirants can also join this discussion because these topics are indirectly related to commerce as well. So you can join this discussion, but Karnataka Assistant Professor, guys, this discussion is going to be super important for you. So please pay attention today. Please focus on all these MCQs. So let's quickly start the session. Let's quickly start the discussion. Yes, we are going to discuss this way, Priyanshi, today. Okay, so before moving forward, let me quickly tell you about the different courses that we have. So we have the courses for UGC Net 2022, and we also have the courses for Karnataka Assistant Professor, and we are also offering huge discounts on these courses which you can avail. So now let's move on to the first question. Dash correctly depicts the period of first generation economic reforms in India. We are talking about the first generation. If you take a look at your syllabus, you will find out it talks about second generation economic reforms. But before second generation, we must know what is the first generation economic reforms. So that's why this question is being asked here. So let's see who can answer this one correctly. I am waiting for answers from all of you people. Let's see some lovely answers here. I am seeing the answer is option number D. Most of you are saying option number D, which is absolutely correct. तो आपके जो first generation economic reforms है, वो आपके 1991 से 2000 वाले हैं. ये किससे जुड़े हुए हैं? आपके ये तीन चीजों से जुड़े हुए हैं. They are related to three things. LPG की फुल फॉर्म लिबरलाइजेशन, प्राइवेटाइजेशन एंड ग्लोबलाइजेशन. ये तीन चीजों से जुड़े हुए हैं. 1991 का जो पीरियड है, दिस इज सुपर इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि यहां पे हमारी न्यू इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसी आई थी. So you should know about it. So this is the first generation of economic reforms. Now quickly moving on to next question. This is about the second generation economic reforms. Who among the following is regarded as the father of second generation economic reforms in India? So this is about second generation. Let's see some lovely answers. This is about second generation. Yeah. For first generation, Manmohan Rao, Narasimha Rao and Manmohan Singh, they both were related to it. But now we are talking about the second generation economic reforms. Okay, Reva? Yes, we are talking about that only. I am getting the answer as option number B from majority of you guys, which is again perfect answer. This is perfect answer. So second generation economic reforms, they were initiated in 2000 to 2001. So after the end of the first generation reforms, तो 2000 के अंदर फर्स्ट जनरेशन रिफॉर्म्स आपके एंड हुए, और उसके बाद हमारे पास आई ये सेकेंड जनरेशन रिफॉर्म्स. तो फर्स्ट जनरेशन के अंदर द मेन फोकस वाज लिबरलाइजेशन, प्राइवेटाइजेशन एंड ग्लोबलाइजेशन. बट इन सेकेंड जनरेशन द की फोकस एरियाज दे वर, वी हैड टू रिफॉर्म द पब्लिक सेक्टर because public sector enterprises, they were not performing up to the mark. We have to make some sector market reforms. We had to make reforms in the government. The role of the government had to be changed. It should not control each and everything. It should restrict itself to being the mere regulator and promoter of the enterprises. And similarly, some legal reforms were to be made, some fiscal reforms were to be made. So they were the key focus areas of the second generation economic reforms. I hope this is clear. So now let's quickly move on to the next question. Moving on to the next question. Hello, Devendra. Let's see some good answers today. I am expecting some good answers today. So this one is an assertion reasoning question. I'm really happy to see all of you answering. Assertion is geopolitical elements constitute an important element of the external environment affecting international business operations, and the reason is, together with other environment variables, they are likely to influence a firm's decision on its future or existing international business activities. I'm getting the answer as option number A from Reva, Pooja, Shruti, Commerce, Carolina, Videhi, Viru. All of you are saying, sir, answer has to be option number A. And you are perfectly right. So what is this geopolitics? This geopolitics is mentioned in your syllabus. So what is this geopolitics? Geopolitics is a combination of two words. One word is geography and the second word is polity. So this is basically a combination of these two words. So when we are talking about geopolitical elements, we are basically talking about the elements which are related to a particular country's location and the political influence on that particular country. For example, as of now, we can see that Russia has declared a war on Ukraine. So this is a very important geopolitical variable. So geopolitical variables have to be seen by any business if it wants to expand internationally. So assertion is definitely correct. And again, in the reason it is also mentioned that if you are to do some international business, you have to consider all these variables. They are going to influence a firm's decision. So both of these are correct. So answer has to be option number A. So that's why the answer is option number A. So now let's come to the next question. I hope this was clear to you guys. Now another question, assertion reasoning. Problem of unutilized forex reserves, a topic which is mentioned in your syllabus. Assertion is large forex pile means RBI's balance sheet gets bloated. Reason is, since the balance sheet is measured in rupees, it expands whenever the rupee weakens. Let's see if you can answer this one. Let's see if you can answer this one. Okay, I'm getting the answer from Kumar, Reva, Lokesh as option number A. Yes, again this is perfectly right. So forex reserves they are maintained by RBI. So if the RBI is going to maintain forex reserves and the value of these forex reserves is basically going to be in dollar terms. Now this says that large forex reserves can make RBI's balance sheet bloated. So it means it may not be correct. It is going to be affected by the large forex reserves. How it is going to be affected? It says that it will expand whenever the rupee weakens. So whenever the rupee weakens, suppose $1, it was rupees 50. Okay, the weakening of the rupee would mean now the $1 is equal to rupees 75. Okay, and if we are preparing the balance sheet of the RBI and we are mentioning forex reserves. So forex reserves, let's suppose they are $500 billion. Let's suppose these are the forex reserves. So now, if we convert it into rupee terms, RBI is an Indian entity, we are going to convert it into rupee terms. So if we are going to convert it into rupee terms, earlier it would be multiplied by rupees 50 and now it would be multiplied by rupees 75. This would mean that RBI की balance sheet expand हो जाएगी. RBI को एक gain हो जाएगा. There would be a gain to RBI and this gain may even be distributed to the government as dividend, which is not right. This should not be distributed to the government as dividend. So this is the problem associated with the large forex reserves. This is one of the problem. We can have other problems as well. I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear. Now quickly moving on to the next question. Which among the following countries is not a member of Quad? So again, a term which is specifically mentioned in the Karnataka syllabus. A very simple question. This is something which you must be aware about. Suva is saying stuck. Is it stuck? I think there is some issue on your part only because I am able to see myself. I have this video playing by my side. I am getting the answer is option number D from Kiran, Carolina, Sridevi, Guruswamy. So it's really great to see the participation from all of you lovely people today. So all of you are saying, sir, answer has to be option number D. Russia is not a part of Quad, and you are absolutely right. Russia is in the news for all the wrong reasons. But again, here also Russia is going to be wrong. So Quad comprises of US, Australia, Japan, and one more. This one more is India. Okay, so these four countries, they are part of the Quad. सो क्वाड कंट्रीज के नाम आपको याद रखने हैं. एंड वन मोर थिंग यू कैन रिमेंबर इज कि इनकी जो कॉपरेशन हुई थी, द कॉपरेशन इट स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम मैरीटाइम कॉपरेशन, यानी कि इनकी जो कॉपरेशन स्टार्ट हुई थी वो इंडियन ओशन सुनामी के बाद 2004 के बाद दिस कॉपरेशन गॉट स्टार्टेड. एंड नाउ दिस कॉपरेशन इज वेरी ब्रॉड. We are not only talking about maritime issues, we are talking about all the different sorts of issues as of today. So this is what you had to remember. Okay. So now let's come to BRICS. A very important topic. BRICS. Alright, Seema, India is a part of Quad. Right. Virtual meeting हुआ था रेवा 2021 में. Very good. Yeah, you can also call it mini NATO. Now let's not talk about NATO. Okay, so this one is about BRICS grouping. We have to answer which is incorrect. So it's very important that you read the question very carefully. Reva is saying none is incorrect. So all of these are correct according to you. Okay. So in 2001, the British economist Jim O'Neill, he coined this term BRIC, and he used this term to describe the four emerging economies. These four emerging economies were Brazil, Russia, India and China. Okay. Second is South Africa was invited to join BRIC in December 2010. So South Africa was invited later on. Initially there were only 4 countries part of it. See, Asian Development Bank has been set up by BRICS countries. This option is wrong. Seema's Academy, you have got it right. Venkatesh, Manohar Manu. Yeah, some people, Harshita, some people have got it right. Some people have got it right. Asian Development Bank is not associated with BRICS countries. The bank associated with BRICS countries is the New Development Bank. New Development Bank, okay. So you have to remember it. Headquartered in Shanghai, China. Headquartered in Shanghai, China. So this is something you have to remember. Right. Now Ellen is also saying option C. Most of you people are now saying option C, which is perfectly fine. Now let's come to another topic. Belt and Road Initiative, BRI. Which is our true about Belt and Road Initiative? OBOR. This term is also used in this context. One Belt, One Road Initiative. Let's see if you can get it right. Yeah, for the previous question, I am seeing most people are now saying New Development Bank, which is right. Okay, Reva. So now let's come to the next question. Belt and Road Initiative. So this initiative is by China. It is a Chinese initiative. China wants to expand its trade. China wants to make sure कि हर जगह पे Chinese goods ही होने चाहिए. China is very particular about its trade. I'm seeing the answer is option number D from all of you people. So this is a very good answer. This is a very good answer. The answer is option number D. It is initiated by China, and the objective is to promote connectivity, regional and cross-continental connectivity. So here you can see how the connectivity is sought to be promoted. Okay. So here is China, and China is wanting to connect to the European countries as well through this initiative. You can see African countries are also being made part of this initiative. So this is this One Belt, One Road initiative. All of these are going to be interconnected, and China is going to use these routes to improve its trade with all these countries. So we are going to build network of roadways, railways, ports, power grids, gas pipelines and different infrastructure projects under this particular initiative. So this is something you have to remember about it. Yeah, this is Maritime Silk Road, Reva. Right. In ancient times, we had a different Silk Route. So now this is the new one, which is going to be used by China to bolster its trade. Okay, so quickly coming on to the next one. Largest shareholder in Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, AIIB. Largest shareholder. Right, Ijaz. I'm getting the answer is option number A. Niharika, yes, this NTA के level के question नहीं होंगे. Don't worry about it. I'm getting the answer is option number A, but some people are saying option B as well. Okay, so this Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, AIIB, AIIB के हेडक्वार्टर बता सकते हो कहां पे? हेडक्वार्टर बता सकता है? कैन समवन टेल मी द हेडक्वार्टर ऑफ दिस बैंक? दिस इज अ न्यू वन. NDB and AIIB, these are the new banks. These are the new banks. NDB we have already discussed about it. AIIB another new bank. लार्जेस्ट शेयर होल्डिंग इसके अंदर है चाइना की. आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर ए. उसके बाद आपके पास आता है इंडिया, फॉलोड बाय इंडिया, चाइना फॉलोड बाय इंडिया, एंड देन रशिया एंड जर्मनी. इसके हेडक्वार्टर आपके बीजिंग में है. बीजिंग चाइना. यस, अशोका ने सही बताया. किरण, लोकेश, यू आर ऑल्सो राइट. So headquarter is going to be in China. Okay. So now let's come to the next one. RCEP. Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership. आपके सिलेबस में इसका जो फुल फॉर्म है, it is not mentioned correctly. RCEP is Regional Economic Comprehensive Partnership. Again, partnership which seeks to bolster international trade. So the question for you guys is India part of RCEP or is India not a part of RCEP? We'll be having KEA class on alternate basis. India is not. India is not. Yes, yes. All of you are saying, sir, answer is option number A. India is not part of it. So Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, this RCEP, okay, initially when it was being discussed about, this partnership, it was being discussed about, India was part of the negotiations, 10 ASEAN countries and 6 other countries were part of it. Okay, 6 other countries including India were part of it. Okay, so these countries, they were Australia, China, Korea, Japan and New Zealand and India. But now India is not part of it. India did not sign the final agreement because it was not happy with the trade concessions which India had to give it if it would have signed this RCEP. So now 10 ASEAN countries plus 5 other countries, they are part of it. So that's why your answer has to be option number A. Okay, so you have to remember that these countries, they are part of the RCEP. You have to remember this thing, the most important aspect about RCEP. Right, Ellen. India opted out because of China, because of all the different reasons. India was apprehensive that Chinese goods are going to enter India under the ambit of this RCEP. So there were all sorts of different reasons behind it. Right, Reva is also right. I can see a lot of intelligent people have joined in today. It's really great to connect with you people. And Suha has also mentioned all the ASEAN countries as well. Okay, that's really good to see. Really good to see how lovely you people are and how lovely your preparation is going on. Now this one is about WHO. I don't know why they put this topic in your syllabus, but still it is there. So you must know some of the basic aspects about WHO, World Health Organization. So I'm getting the answer is option number D from majority of you people, and some are saying option number C. So guys, all of these they are correct. All of these they are correct about WHO. It is the specialized agency for health, headquarter है जेनेवा स्विट्जरलैंड में, और इसकी फंक्शनिंग 7 अप्रैल 1948 से स्टार्ट हुई थी, and this day is celebrated every year as World Health Day. This is World Health Day. So none is incorrect. So WHO के बारे में these basic aspects do remember, do learn for examination. Okay. Now, impact of spiraling fuel prices on the Indian economy. Now let's discuss a question about it. Let's see if you can answer this one. Right. Which of the following correctly describes the impact of spiraling fuel prices on Indian economy? If the fuel prices are going to rise, then how the Indian economy is going to be impacted? I'm getting the answer as option number D from Purushottam, Ashwini, Ashoka. So you are saying option D, Shruti, oh Santosh, option number D. Okay, it's really good to see all these answers coming in, and this is perfectly right. Okay, if the fuel prices are they are going to rise, you know, India has to import the fuel, so import bill is going to rise. If imports rise, ultimately the BOP account is going to be affected. In the BOP account, this is going to affect our current account. Okay, this is going to affect our This is going to affect our current account. Okay, yeah, this is going to affect our current account. And our current account deficit is going to increase. And similarly, if the fuel prices are going to rise, everything ultimately depends on the prices of the fuel. If the trucks and all the vehicles which are carrying the goods, if the fuel gets expensive, then all the goods which are there in the vehicles, they are also going to get expensive. So everything in the country is going to be expensive if the fuel prices rise. So inflationary pressure is going to rise. And similarly, if the petrol and diesel prices rise so much, now the government, it is collecting a huge amount of taxes on this sale of petrol and diesel. If the petrol and diesel prices are going to rise too much, then to make sure that petrol and diesel remain affordable for people, the government would have to cut its taxes so that the price of these commodities could be reduced. So this is going to affect the budget of the government. The fiscal balance of the government is going to be affected. So that's why the answer is option number D. All of the above are correct. And you guys are also absolutely correct, which is really good to see. I'm seeing lots of D's in the answer, which is really good to see. Now coming to the next question. This one is basically related to your banking frauds. Dash exploits a system in which when a check is deposited to a bank account, the money is made available immediately, even though it is not removed from the account on which the check is drawn until the check actually clears. Yeah, Ijaz, this is definitely a question, but the government will not cut taxes. But ultimately, if the price rises too much, the government will have to slightly cut down the taxes. Otherwise, inflation is going to skyrocket in the country. I'm getting the answer as option number A, C and D. Majority of you guys are saying option number A, and this option number A is perfectly fine. This check kitting. What is the system? Check kiting. What is the system? Okay, now this system may not be practically relevant today, but still you should know what is this term about. Okay, so इस term की अगर मैं बात करूं, so this term says if you are depositing 1,000 in your bank account, okay, you are depositing 1,000 in your bank account. Let's suppose this is bank A and this is your bank B. You are depositing 1,000 in your account and then you are writing a check from bank A to bank B. So bank B is also going to increase your balance by 1,000, but bank A is not going to automatically reduce your balance by 1,000. This reduction of balance of 1,000 is going to take some time. So for a short period of time, the balance in your both accounts is going to be rupees 2,000. This is referred to as check kiting. Okay, this is referred to as check kiting. Okay, so this is going to be a system in which check is deposited to a bank account. The money is made available immediately. The money is made available immediately, even though it is not removed from the other account. Okay, so this is this system, check kiting. So I hope that was clear. Coming to next question related to demonetization. So you must be aware about all the positive aspects of demonetization. Huh? So this is about which is not an objective, behind the 2016 demonetization in India. Curb corruption, eliminate fake currency, tackle terrorism, improving cash to GDP ratio. So which is not an objective. I am seeing lots of D's coming in. Seema, what are you doing? Why are you answering this wrong? All of you are answering option D, and this option number D is perfectly right. Except one or two here and there, most of you have answered it correctly. Objective is to curb corruption because high value notes, they are used for bribing, they are used in corruption. Fake currency which was there, the fake currency is also going to use all its value. Terrorist activities, they would have used all the high currency notes, so they were also demonetized. So to tackle terrorism, it was again an objective. The objective was to lower the cash to GDP ratio. Okay, the cash to GDP ratio is high in India. We have to lower it. Okay, so cash as a percentage of GDP should be less. Most of the GDP, it should be through bank or through other banking channels. So this is what the objective was, to lower the cash GDP ratio. We do not have to improve it. Agar improve hoga, so it would mean that cash circulation in the economy is very high. This would mean that black money ho sakta hai. Lot of untaxed money can be there in the country. So objective is to lower it. So I hope this is clear now. Yeah. So now let's move to the next question. Next question is, which is not one of the reasons for foreign banks entering India. So entry of foreign banks into India, again a topic in your syllabus, a new one. So foreign banks, why they are going to enter India? Foreign companies, they enter India primarily for one of the reason. The main reason is huge population which is there in the country. Because you can sell all your goods, all your services to huge population which is there in India. Yeah, which is not. So I'm not telling you the answer. I'm just saying option A is one of the reason. And again, there is this term HNI. What is this HNI? I'm seeing the answer is option number D. Yeah, option number D from most of you. Okay. So all of you are saying option number D, and this is perfectly right. HNI का full form बता सकता है कोई? Let's see. Okay, so huge population in India, growth of international trade. So if international trade is rising, Indian companies, they are entering foreign markets, foreign companies, they are entering India. So foreign companies, they would open their accounts with the foreign banks which would be there in India. So international trade ki growth is again one of the reason, and investment banking services which were not the forte of the Indian banks, but the foreign banks, they were already providing these services. So foreign banks entered India to cater to the investment banking demand in India. Yeah. So B and C, they are the reasons. Decline in profitability of public sector banks is not one of the reason. And HNI की full form मेरे पास आ रही है high net worth individual. बिल्कुल, जिनके पास बहुत पैसा, high net worth individuals, wealthy individuals, you can say. Right. So now let's come to Islamic banking. No, Ellen, you were okay. So now let's come to Islamic banking. Assertion reasoning. Assertion is Sharia banking means money can only be parked in a bank without interest. Please focus on this word. Reason is, under Islamic law, a Muslim is prohibited from both paying and accepting interest. So very interesting concept of Sharia banking or banking as per the Islamic law. Yes. Okay. So I'm seeing the answer is option number A from Ashok, Santosh, Commerce, Shruti, Reva, Ijaz, Abhi. All of you are saying option number A has to be the answer. Option number A is the correct answer. So Sharia banking ke andar, we are not concerned about interest. Money is going to be deposited. We want our money to remain safe. We are going to deposit it, but we do not want any interest. Why we do not want any interest? Because under the Islamic law, a Muslim is prohibited that he cannot pay or he cannot accept interest. So interest jo hai, it is basically not permitted under the Islamic law. So this is the concept of Sharia banking. It is again being debated in India. Okay. So the answer is going to be option number A. Yeah. So it says that money पे आपको इंटरेस्ट भी नहीं मिलेगा और ये मनी को आप किसी स्पेकुलेटिव पर्पस के लिए भी नहीं यूज कर सकते, गैम्बलिंग के लिए नहीं यूज कर सकते और प्रोहिबिटेड कमोडिटीज के अंदर भी इस्तेमाल नहीं कर सकते. So this is about Sharia banking. Okay. So now let's come to the next one. Entry of private players in the India's insurance sector. Yeah, they can share profits. Yeah. Okay, Jazz. So now let's come to the next one. Consider the following statements and identify the correct code. Statement 1, statement 2. I'm waiting for your answers. IRDA Act banned the entry of private companies in the insurance sector. Second statement, ICICI, Prudential and HDFC were the first private insurers in India. Okay, ABC. Majority of you are saying option number B. Yeah, I can see mostly B's are there and this B is absolutely correct. This B is absolutely correct. I can see around 150 people in the chat box and what I want a like on this video. Guys, please like the video. I know these questions are going to be useful for you and you also know. So please guys do like this video. I want to see your Josh today. Let's see how much energy you have, with how much energy you are preparing for this examination. Let's see that. Okay. So statement 1, statement 2. IRDA Act 1999. It did not ban, it allowed the entry of the private companies in the insurance sector. Earlier, this insurance sector, it was only the prerogative of the public sector insurance companies. Okay, so now this was allowed. So because of this banned word, this statement number 1 is going to be wrong. And yes, ICICI along with Prudential and HDFC along with Standard, they were the first private insurers in India. Okay. So answer is option number B. Statement 2 only is true. Okay. You are most welcome, Suha. So now let's come to the next question. I hope all of you have liked the video, na? Okay, it's really good to see. Which of the following is not one of the accounting softwares used in India? EDP accounting, mechanized accounting. So this is one of the topics in your syllabus. So this can be one of the questions which can be asked. So there are different accounting softwares which are being used in India, which is not. Yes, Reva Malhotra committee related to IRDA. Yeah. So I can see a lot of people supplementing the question, supplementing the knowledge here, which is really good to see. Shows how you people are on track for this examination. Option number C, majority of you guys are saying, yes, this Chromebook is a kind of, is a type of laptop. I was checking another other day on Flipkart. Okay, so that's why I included it here. So Chromebook is not one of the accounting software. Tele is a popular one. Busy is a popular one. Mag is there. Zoho Books is another popular accounting software. KEA has also launched its accounting software. Okay, so answer is option number C, Chromebook. Chromebook आपकी laptop की तरह होती है. Okay, this is basically a small laptop which is there. Yeah. So answer is option number C. Okay. So now let's come to the next one. Consider the following statements and identify the correct code. Statement 1, statement 2. This is about forensic accounting. Forensic accounting and forensic accountants. Yes, Seema. Gita, I think we should focus on commerce, na? GK is so vast. If I start teaching you GK, I don't think the sessions are ever going to end. I'm seeing the answer is option number C. Forensic accounting. Okay, so forensics. Whenever we are talking about forensics, basically we are going to investigate into something wrong which has been done. So forensic accounting is concerned with investigation of the fraud or the financial wrongs, financial manipulation. So in this, we are performing extremely detailed research and analysis of the financial information. Suppose there are financials of a company. Okay, you remember Satyam? So you remember the companies which have done lots of fraud. So if there is a balance sheet of that company, so we will be diving deeper into the balance sheet of this entity and we will be doing a detailed research and analysis and we would try to find out any fraud in these financial statements. So forensic accountants, they are often hired to prepare for litigation related to insurance claims, insolvency, divorces, embezzlement, fraud. So all these types of financial thefts, these forensic accountants, they are hired. So answer is option number C. Both the statements, they are true. Okay. Yeah. So now let's come to the next one. Okay. Yeah. The next one is here. This one is related to your lean costing. One topic in your syllabus is lean, production lean costing. Yeah, window dressing आपने किया तो forensic पकड़ लेंगे आपको, forensic auditors पकड़ लेंगे. रेवा कह रहे कोटिलियन ने 40 types of frauds की बात की थी. Okay, I'm getting the answer is option number C, Mura, Muri, Muda. So different types of waste. You know, this is something which you guys would have to learn. Very high probability that this kind of question may be asked in the examination. Okay, very high probability, very high chances. So this is something which you guys have to learn. Yeah. Okay. I'm seeing some of the answers, but let's take a look at the answer. Okay. Mura, Muri and Muda. So these three are there. Okay, so these three, there are different types of waste. Mura is related to unevenness or waste as a result of fluctuating demand. So if the demand in the market is fluctuating, you do not know how much you should produce. So there can be some sort of wastage which can be there. Muri is overburden or waste due to trying to do too much. So if you are trying to do too much, if you are trying to make sure your products are super cool, super excellent, super perfect, then in doing that kind of a thing, there is definitely going to some wastage which is going to arise, which is not going to be of any value to you. And then is Muda. This is process related waste. So whenever you are doing some processes, there is always some waste which remains out of the processes. Okay, तो आप कोई भी प्रोसेसिंग कर रहे हैं, कोई भी प्रोडक्ट की मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कर रहे हैं, सपोज वी आर मेकिंग दिस पेन, some amount of plastic is definitely going to come out as a waste. Okay, so that's why this Muda is a process related waste and it adds no value to the product. So these are the different terminologies which you guys must be aware about. This is related to your lean costing. Okay, lean costing. This is one of the topic which is there in your syllabus for Karnataka assistant professor. So you must be aware about these particular terms. This lean costing is basically concerned with improving the quality, reducing the wastage and all. So this is one of the important concepts. So I hope this is clear now. So now let's quickly move on to the next one. Okay, so now let's quickly come to the next one. GAP. GAP is a set of principles that companies in the dash must follow when preparing their annual financial statements. Okay, so let's see the right answers. I'm not talking about lean, I'm talking about lean. Okay. Lean costing principles means less wastage, more quality. Okay, so I'm getting the answer is option number B from all of you guys. Option number B, and this is perfectly right. United States, जो आपके gap हैं, generally accepted accounting principles, they are the principles that companies in the United States, companies in the US must follow when they are preparing their annual financial statements. So there is one IFRS, and there is one GAAP. And in India, we have, I want answers from you people. And in India, in comparison to these, we have, I want answer from you people. So GAAP, it is a set of principles which the companies in US have to follow, and IFRS, International Financial Reporting Standards. Okay, so they have been developed by the International Accounting Standards Board, and they are primarily being followed in Europe, South America, and some parts of Asia and Africa. So IFRS and GAAP, they are different, and in India, we have Ind AS. Ashok, you are absolutely correct. India has Ind AS. Okay, so Indian accounting standards, they have been aligned with the international standards, and we have come up with these Ind AS. So that's why the answer to this question had to be United States. कि United States है, उसकी अपनी दादागिरी है और वो अपने अलग से standards follow करता है. Though we are working on harmonizing these IFRS and US GAAP, but there are still some differences between the two. Okay. तो यूएस से दादागिरी करता है और अपने स्टैंडर्ड्स फॉलो करता है. ओके, सो नाउ लेट्स कम टू द नेक्स्ट वन. Dash are software tools for auditors to access, analyze and interpret data and to draw an opinion for an audit objective. What are the software tools which the auditors use? Now the accounting is being done in a computerized manner. So the auditors, they also have to use some computerized audit techniques. So what are these techniques called? Are they called CAT? Are they called MAT, BAT or LAT? You need not remember all the Indias, but try to remember the major ones. Okay, try to remember the ones which correspond to the accounting standards. Pakka A right. Reva keh rahe hain pakka A right. So most of the answers are option number A only, and this option number A is perfectly right. So CAT it stands for computer assisted audit techniques. Okay, computer aided or computer assisted audit techniques. So in this we are using computers in the process of the audit. So we are not doing the entire audit manually. We are going to use CATs, we are going to use software tools. So auditors, they are going to deploy these tools to access, analyze and interpret the data, the accounting data, and on this basis an opinion is going to be drawn. Okay, so this is about the CATs. Okay, so coming to the next question, EHRM. We have different types of EHRM, operational, relational and transformational. दोनों को मर्ज कर दिया पारुल, AS6 और AS10 को. अब AS10 है, we do not have AS6. You know, we are making our accounting standards on international lines. So that's why we only have one accounting standard related to fixed assets, that is PPE. Yes, Lokesh, we have this data approach as well. Auditors these days have to be tech savvy, have to be computer savvy. Yeah. Nayan has answered it correctly, or Lokesh. Okay, okay. Getting the answer is option number D from most of you people. Operational. Kavita is saying A. I guess option A should be correct. Now, why you are saying option D? Operational. What are the key operational activities of the HRM? So EHRM, it means that we are going to perform these activities using IT tools. Okay. So operational part of HRM, the core operations, they are related to payroll, employee personal data. So they are the things. They are the operations which the HR guys have to do. Okay. And similarly, we have the relational part. So they are basically going to concerned with people directly. So we have to train people, we have to maintain relations with people. Na? So training, recruitment, selection, so all these things they are going to come here. And transformational. So it definitely is related to your strategic HR activities. Basically, we have to transform the entire workforce. We have to make sure that entire workforce should be change ready. So HR also plays a transformational role, and now these days this role is also being performed electronically using different IT related tools. So that's why the answer is going to be option number A. Operational आपका payroll से जुड़ा हुआ है, relational all the activities related to recruitment, selection, training, and transformational has this relation with strategic HR activities. Okay, so this is something which you have to remember. Right, Seema. Yeah. So that's why he was correct. So now let's come to the next question. In the context of international HRM, so international HRM again a topic in your syllabus. A parent country national sent on a long-term assignment to the host country operations is called. So we have one parent country or the home country, and we have one which is the host country. Okay. So suppose there is a US firm, doing business in India. So India is going to be the host and US is going to be the parent country. Okay. So in this particular case, the question is asking if the parent country national, if a person from here, if the person from the USA is going to come to India, is going to come to host country on long-term basis, we are going to call that person as. I'm getting answer is option number A, which is perfectly right. This person is going to be called an expatriate. So these are the different terms which you guys should be aware about. Okay, so expatriate we have already learned. Impatriate का मतलब है कि अगर आपका इंडिया से पर्सन आता आपके यूएस में काम करने, that would have been an impatriate. Okay, a host country national or third country national assigned to the home country or the parent country where it is headquartered. Repatriate का मतलब है कि जो ये पर्सन हमारे इंडिया गए थे, now this person when he is going to come back to the home country, we are going to call him repatriate. Okay, so these are the different terms which are used in international HRM. So you must be aware about this kind of terminology because it can be asked in your examination. Yeah, coming back is repatriate. Okay. Next question, which is incorrect about strategic HRM? Which is incorrect about strategic HRM? Let's see if you can answer this one correctly. HR today, it has become a strategic function, because HR is basically concerned with people, and people, they are the primary source of the competitive advantage of any organization. If any organization has to succeed in its strategies, then the people in the organization have to work really hard. They have to improve their performance. The people have to be change ready. They have to be on their toes. So HR has become a strategic function. Why it has become a strategic function? I am seeing the answer is option number D. Okay, so strategic HRM is basically the process of linking the people, the human resource function, with the organization's strategic objective. So suppose there is an organization A, strategic objective is to be the market leader in let's suppose these kinds of pens. So if the people in the organization are going to work hard, they are going to think about the strategic objective and they are going to work for it, then only this organization is going to succeed. So this is why strategic HRM is super important these days. It focuses on an organization's human resource, that is people, as the primary source of the organization's competitive advantage. So it is people in the organization that bring the advantage to it. It has evolved as a bridge between business strategy and management of the human resources. Okay, so people and the strategy of the organization, they are bridged by this strategic HRM. So all these things, they are right. So that's why the answer is option number D. None is incorrect. None is incorrect. Yes, abhi each option is right. Perfect. So let's come to the next question. This is last one for today. In this model, the employees generally work neither from their office nor from their home. Instead, they perform their work from the client's workplace or site. This is the key word here, guys. Client's workplace or site. This is the key word here. Client के workplace या फिर site से they are going to work. Okay. Which model of virtual workspace is highlighted here? Basically, we have three models of virtual workspace. They are telecommuting, frontline, and cyberlink. These are the three models which are there. I am seeing the answer is option number B and some answers as option number D as well. Most of you are saying option B has to be correct, and this option number B is perfectly right. Option B is perfectly right. So option B is frontline. तो हम यहाँ पे बात कर रहे हैं the workers, they are going to be connected workplace or the client's site. So they are basically going to be at the front line. Your front line is basically your customers. So the workers, they are going to be performing their work from the client's workplace, client side. So this is basically a front line model. Okay, telecommuting model, it means that people, they telecommute, they work from their home, remain away from office for some time. Okay, work from home, all these things, they come under it. Cyberlink model, it is basically concerned with more of the cyberspace and cyber related tools. So all the producers, suppliers and customers of the organization. Okay, so the entire supply chain is connected through cyberspace. This is your cyberlink model. Okay, here we were talking about the frontline model. So now I believe you are aware about all these three models and they are super important for your examination. So guys, this is it for today. This is the discussion and I hope you enjoyed all these questions. If you have taken a note of the scores that you have got, you can share your scores in the comment section as below as well. So thank you for joining with us today. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not already subscribed. Do download Everstudy Classes free app from the Google Play Store. You can also get lots of free content, lots of free notes on the app. And for regular updates, do join us on Telegram as well. And if you have any query, you can reach us, you can WhatsApp us or call us at this number, and you can also mail us here. It was a lovely discussion. I really enjoyed it and I hope you guys also enjoyed it. You are most welcome, Baswaraj, Ashwini. Yeah, Carolina is saying ki how many negative questions can be answered. So this you would have to know by attempting lots and lots of mock tests. So we are offering different courses. Okay, we are offering different courses and I recommend ki you guys must join the test series. By joining the test series which has the negative marking in it itself, so you would know how much questions you are able to answer correctly. This is definitely going to help you analyze कि मुझे कितना attempt करना चाहिए. Okay. Most welcome, Lokesh, Shravari, Geeta, Shruti, Ijaz. Lakshmi, the PDF of this is going to be in the Karnataka course only, in the KEA course only. If you have got the test series or the complete course, this is going to be uploaded in the course, okay, and you are going to be notified about it. Okay, I'm getting some of the scores as well, 19 out of 25 or 4 wrong. So you should try in all these sessions that we are going to have. So you should try to note down your score, ki how much mistakes you made. You can even skip a question. You can also say ki I am skipping this one. So this way you will know ki how much I am scoring. Okay, you will get to know your comfort level, comfort zone. You would know कि किसको आंसर करना है और किसको मुझे लीव करना है. Okay, और किसमें चांसेस लेने हैं. Yes, we are going to have these sessions on alternate days. The schedule of these YouTube sessions is already uploaded on the Everstudy YouTube channel as well. So you can check out there. Most welcome, Ashok, Chetan, Ijaz. Most welcome, Niharika, Savita. Next MCQ session is going to be on Monday. Okay. So every alternate day we are going to have a session. Most welcome, Naveen, Abhi, Sanjay, Geet. Telegram link you will get. Telegram पे जाके you simply search Everstudy Classes, you will get it. Or you can go to the description of this video. इस वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन में भी आपको लिंक मिल जाएगा टेलीग्राम का. ओके. iOS में ऐप अवेलेबल नहीं है. ऐप इज ओनली अवेलेबल ऑन द गूगल प्ले स्टोर एज ऑफ नाउ. ओके. एंड्रॉइड फोन में ही फिलहाल ऐप चलेगा. अदरवाइज यू वुड हैव टू विजिट अवर वेबसाइट everstudy.co.in. ओके, आप वेबसाइट विजिट कीजिए और वहां से एक्सेस कर सकते हैं. मोस्ट वेलकम किरण. ओके प्रियंका, I'll think about it. Ashwini is asking how to join. So after you download our Everstudy Classes app, there you will get all the different courses and you can also join any of the course which you wish to. Okay, आप ऐप से ही ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. ऐप से ही पेमेंट हो जाएगा and automatically you are going to get access to the course. Everything is entirely automated. Even if you buy at 12 midnight, you are going to get access to the course then and there only. Okay. You are most welcome, Seema. Seema is saying mock tests are really helpful. It's really good to hear. Yeah, we are going to take MCQs on every other day. Don't worry, Kiran. हाँ, आपको नोटिफिकेशन आ जाएगा ऐप पे. इन द टेस्ट सीरीज कोर्स ओनली यू विल गेट द पीडीएफ. ओके, इट विल बी अपडेटेड एंड यू विल बी नोटिफाइड अबाउट इट. ओके लक्ष्मी. मोस्ट वेलकम रमेश, अर्चना, मंजुला, शिवा. टेस्ट सीरीज आप एवरस्टडी की वेबसाइट से ले सकते हैं, everstudy.co.in, everstudy.co.in. You will get the link in the description box. Okay, अब you can simply get the Everstudy Classes app. इसका लिंक भी आपको इस वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन में मिल जाएगा. Most welcome Lavanya. Lavanya Singh session was excellent. It was really good connecting with you people today. Most welcome Umesh. We will have mix of concepts. Okay Ashok, don't worry. Most welcome Ashwini. We will keep discussing new concepts. Now we will have different sorts of MCQ sessions on all the subjects in your syllabus. Okay, so we will have some new concepts there as well. So don't worry about it. Okay, you will definitely learn a lot of things from the test, from these tests that we are having, and again from the courses that we are running. Most welcome Niranjan, Archana. So I think now I should end this particular session. Niranjan, you will get the PDF in the test series course that you have. Scroll down at the bottom in the test series course and you will get the PDF. Thank you Ashwini, Manohar. It was really good connecting with you guys today. Yes, we are going to do more and more MCQs. Don't worry guys, we are going to do lots and lots of MCQs. Okay, and even in the test series, you have around 3000 MCQs in the course itself. Okay, so this was the discussion guys. We'll meet again. Till then, bye, take care and all the best.